Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take, and I want you to take this ball and put it above your knees, or between your knees, a little bit above your knees. And that's literally what I tell them, because I don't want to put them below and I don't want to put it right in the middle because it's harder to go. So try that. All right, and I want you to walk up so your toes are against or up on that. So toes are up. Okay, so now I want your feet just a tiny bit closer together. So how wide are their feet? It depends on how big they are and how tall they are. I want where they can squeeze the crud out of the ball, and I want it where they're not like this, okay? Their legs need to be relatively straight and they can squeeze the ball, okay? So reach up nice and tall, make yourself tall as you can. Now go down, let your knees bend enough to put your fingers on your toes. Let your knees bend, let them bend. Now keep your fingers on your toes, squeeze the ball, and try to push your knees back straight. Beautiful. Then come on back up again. Good. Again, reach up tall, go down, let your knees bend enough to put your fingers on your toes. Keep your fingers on your toes. This is where people screw up. Okay? Squeeze and push the knees back. Don't kill it. Just start off, people will moan and ache on this one. Okay? Reach up nice and tall again. Reach tall, let your knees bend. Put your fingers on your toes. Squeeze and push back. How many do we do? On the handout it says 5 with toes up. And now come on back up. We're going to assume we just did 5. Now walk up and do heels up for me now. You can move the ball, it's fine. Just put the ball back in there when you get up there. So it's the exact same thing. So while he's doing that, I'm going to talk about what we're trying to do here. Okay? Reach up tall. Go down, let your knees bend. Get your fingers on your toes. Just shake it. Squeeze and push back. And then come on back up. The heels up and toes up, keep on going, gives you a weight shift. It forces you to like, oh, I have to learn how to balance back here, and oh, I have to learn how to balance here. When you touch your toes, you need the weight shift. So we need to practice this. So believe it or not, we're having him practice doing that when he's doing it. If I'm using a ball, do we call this a mobility or stability exercise? Stability. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to get his core to fire to let his hamstring go and repattern this with his core firing at a high level, okay? So it's a great exercise, okay? You can make some really cool changes with this, okay? Especially if you just did hamstring progression and you come over here and do toe touch progression. You can change toe touches by this much that are mobility problems, okay? So you do mobility and follow with stability. So this is another one of those exercises. It's really a stability exercise that we do in the mobility room, okay? Does that make sense? The main thing I see people do is they don't reach up each time. We're just resetting the system. Now I'm going straight up, going straight up. Let your knees bend, let your knees bend, get your fingers on your toes. Squeeze while you keep your fingers on your toes. Don't let them come off. Okay, if they can't straighten their knees out, it's fine. Just do the best you can, okay? And then come on back up. Again, watch for low back pain with people with this one too. If they're having low back pain, I want to know about it. They didn't when I gave it to them, but some other thing, they might have a bad day or something like that, and we want to be careful with that, okay? That's toe touch progression. Well done. How's your toe touch? Let's see.